Ok, salut tout le monde, c'est Jojo les Gozorcis et on se trouve sur une nouvelle vidéo sur The Beginner's Guide. Alors, ce jeu a été créé par le créateur de Stanley Parable. J'y ai joué et comme parce que comme vous savez, je suis un peu débile. J'ai fait le montage et tout de Stanley Parable et je l'ai supprimé sans faire exprès. Donc du coup, j'ai jamais mis sur YouTube et comme je connaissais déjà le jeu, j'allais pas faire la comédie. Il faut faire genre ah j'ai jamais joué et tout. Bon ben voilà. Maintenant, Beginner Guide, je vais le mettre sur YouTube. Je ne jette pas. Voilà. Alors, on va commencer. Alors, par contre, c'est sous-titré. Hein. Si j'arrive pas à lire, vous lirez tout seul. Alors, allez. Veuillez vérifier que le son est activé. Ok, le son est activé. Commande. Ouais. Ok.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Regent.
Je m'appelle
I
David.
wrote the Stanley Parable,
J'ai écrit
and
Stanley
while that
Parable et
game
si je
tells a pretty
racontais...
absurd story,
Si
today I'm going to
Lisez
tell
tout
you
seul,
about a
j'arrive
series
pas.
of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
Ok, bon. Il parle beaucoup. Ok. Donc en fait, ça raconte l'histoire des jeux de Coda. les jeux qu'il a fait. Mais je sais pas si... Non, je pense pas que Coda il existe vraiment. Bon, allez. On est dans une salle blanche. Voilà. Attention, machine à murmure activée. Évacuation immédiate. Oh, vite, c'est la guerre. On va par là.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Vite. On doit y aller.
Security call breached. Hostile alien life form inbound.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development.
No.
For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Enemy force neutralized. Begin ship evacuation.
Bon, Eh oh. Ah là, regardez.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Attendez, je regarde juste un truc. Manette, calibrage des boutons. Non, manette. Alors, non. Ok, attends. Wow. Attendez. Retour. Mais... Attendez, un popolo. Je m'en fous, attendez, j'ai fait une bêtise. Voilà, calibrage des boutons. Avancez. Allez à gauche. Regardez en haut. Regardez en bas. Ah non, à gauche, non. Oh. Calibrage des boutons. Avancez. Allez à gauche. Regardez en haut. Regardez à gauche. Interagir. Retour dans le menu. Pause. Option de discussion. Ok. C'est bon. Ouais. Ok. Allez quoi? Ok, on va aller là-bas. Vite. C'est un labyrinthe.
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Ah, merci.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Ok. Il faut les éteindre.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Me sacrifier? Allez, si c'est pour sauver la vie, on va se sauter dedans. Ok, bah je suis mort.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Ok, alors là on joue ce qui se passe quand il a joué le Coda. Il allait dedans et il montait. Ah ouais. D'accord.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, But Coda identifies something human about it, like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Ok. On va voir les petits jeux de Coda. Par contre, je peux jamais jouer. Je peux jamais parler, moi. Il parle... Attendez, pourquoi je peux pas avancer? Attendez. Le passé était derrière elle. Ouais. Attends.
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
Oh non. Bon bah. Allez. Alors. Ok. On va aller là-bas. Mais on ne pouvait
So it's a
voir le
short
futur.
and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Code is trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
Pourquoi le futur change-t-il constamment? Alors là il y avait un chemin, j'ai vu. Tout devient plus clair. Non. Quand elle s'arrête... Ah, j'arrive pas à lire. Quand elle s'arrête et observe, tout devient plus clair. Ok. On va aller... Ok. On va aller dans le truc tout clair. Alors. Mais si le futur était toujours derrière elle, comment trouvera-t-elle la force de l'affronter? La porte, elle a
It's a short
disparu.
little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Ok, bon. Alors, on peut pas aller à gauche ni à droite, on peut aller que tout droit. Là, on peut pas aller en marche arrière. Et ça fait comme Slender, on peut pas voir à côté. Non, on peut pas voir loin, très loin. Vous allez entrer.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Ok, bon, le jeu il était très intéressant, oh là là. Absurdité dans tous les
Oftentimes,
sens.
Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games. I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
Ok. Bon. J'espère que ça va pas se terminer comme ça, là, ce petit jeu, là. Ça va pas... Oh là là, il y a une porte terminée. Ah. Ah, je ralentis de plus en plus. Non. Non.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press the use key on your gamepad, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Ok. C'est bon. Il y a quoi dedans? Ah. Attendez, oh, attendez, hey, oh. Restez sur X en observant un ours pendant 3 heures. Vous construisez un mur, le mur est détruit,
A room that's warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
Vous êtes une porte, un bouton sur lequel vous appuyez.
Coda would
pour-
often tell me
c'est
that he
chaos,
didn't
mais qui
mind
ne
if people
fonctionne pas.
thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Un jeune normal où vous devez hurler dans un micro tous les 15 secondes pour continuer à jouer. Ok. Janvier 2009. À vos marques, prêt, pêcher. Oh non, c'est pas un jeu de pêche. Ah non, ok. Bonjour. Je suis Jojo les Gosses 26. On dirait presque les parkings là. Je sais pas. Non, en fait, non, il n'y a rien à voir.
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Ok, une énigme. Alors, on appuie là. Ça s'ouvre. Et je... Ah.
Don't forget that
Okay.
solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're gonna see it a lot.
Ok. J'ai cru que je m'étais coincé, mais en fait non. 3 points. Ok, bon, il faut que je me souvienne de ça. 3 points. Je pense qu'il y a quelque chose à faire avec ça. Alors. Il y a un truc
So
là.
that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press the use key on your gamepad, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Ah ouais, ok. Non. Et à quoi ça sert? Attends, c'est toutes les pièces qu'il a,
How about
qu'il a
that?
imaginées?
There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
Je sais pas. Janvier 2009 toujours. Quoi? Encore le même jeu? Vous allez sortir.
Aha! So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
Ok. Mars 2009. Ça prend du temps pour charger. Ah voilà. La grande et belle descente. Oh, une maison. Maison.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Ok.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Ok. Bon, j'ai vu un truc là-bas.
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. you might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Ah, on peut ouvrir. Ah, attendez. Je lag un peu. Attendez. Alors ici, la porte devrait marcher. Non, ça marche pas. Ok. Bon. On va voir le truc qui se passe là-bas. Bon. Ah oui, c'est bon. Parce que je peux pas sauter, donc du coup. Yes. C'est bon. Alors. Non. Je tombe. Non. Ah. Ok. Ok. Bon. C'est quoi ça? Ça s'est fermé derrière moi. Ah. Oh non. Non. C'est la prison. D'aller. Non.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Okay. Yes. Oh.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Il est... Ben, c'est un peu nul ces jeux. S'il faut juste marcher... Bon. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Ah, c'est des escaliers. On descend. Et... Ok, il n'y a rien là. Oh, la surface. L'herbe. Oui. Toujours les 3 petits points. Bizarre. Ok, bon.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
Bon bah d'accord. Hop. Hop. Hey. Hop. Hop.
There's still no
Okay.
clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Ok. D'accord. Bon. Écoutez. Vous là, arrivez, vous dessus.
Here, Coda begins
Qui
using a
avait-il
kind of
là-haut?
dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the buttons on your gamepad to respond.
Ok. Vous là, arrivez-vous dessus? Qui avait-il là-haut? Oui, j'en viens, il y avait un monde tamponné de blanc. Oui, j'en viens, il y avait une prison gigantesque dans laquelle j'ai passé des heures. Oui, j'en viens, il y avait ces blocs colorés qui flottaient en l'air. Ouais, ouais. C'est le monde du dessus, vous en venez. Maintenant, c'est important. Avez-vous dû résoudre une énigme avec 2 portes et des leviers? Oui, je l'ai fait. C'est tout bonnement la dernière chose que j'ai faite avant de venir ici. Non, je ne me souviens pas avoir dû résoudre une énigme. Je préférerais ne pas en parler, après tout, on ne se connaît pas. On va leur dire la vérité, ils ont l'air gentils. Hein. Encore une fois, parfait. Maintenant, s'il vous plaît, dites-nous comment vous l'avez résolu. Donnez-nous la solution, dites-nous comment aller de l'autre côté. Je ne l'ai pas résolu, on m'a laissé entrer. Attends. Ah, on dit pas. Je ne me souviens pas comment je l'ai résolu. J'essaie, mais je n'y arrive pas. Okay. Croyez-moi, mieux vaut pas ne pas aller là-bas. Ok. Mais si, moi je veux. On veut toutes. Il faut qu'on aille là-bas. Vous comprenez, c'est la chose la plus importante au monde. Nous devons nous échapper de cette prison. Il doit y avoir une... Oh non, j'ai pas réussi à lire. Ok. Alors cette porte c'est ouverte. C'est la même pièce. Bonjour. Comment êtes-vous venu ici? Avez-vous dû résoudre une énigme? Oui, voulez-vous savoir comment la résoudre? Non, je suis ici depuis toujours. Je vous conseille d'étudier cette énigme un jour. Il ne s'agit pas de la résoudre, mais vous pouvez vous asseoir dans l'espace sombre du milieu. Que se passe-t-il si je la résous? Pourquoi devrais-je m'asseoir dans l'espace sombre? Qui êtes-vous? Allez donc passer un instant dans cette obscurité. Vous n'aimerez peut-être pas trop ça au début, mais ça finira... Ok, alors en fait, à chaque fois, il y en a un qui me parle. Voilà. Là, on va retourner dans la salle, je pense, non?
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Ah non. Ah non, je me suis trompé. C'est quoi, c'est... Ah, c'est... Une ville?
It's a lamppost.
Ah,
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Ok. D'accord, donc ce lampadaire, il va être dans tous ces jeux. On va voir. On va voir ça. Ce jeu est connecté à Internet. En marchant, vous pouvez laisser des notes. Et toutes ces notes sont celles d'autres joueurs. Ok. Et ben, ça et ben on le verra dans le prochain épisode. Voilà, donc dites-moi dans les commentaires si vous aimez ce jeu. De toute façon, moi je vais continuer à jouer. Voilà, donc je vous dis au revoir et on se retrouve pour une nouvelle vidéo. Ciao.